in a small town down in Arkansas, where the river flows. There's a man with a passion that everybody knows. He's got a collection that'll make you stare. Vintage pocket knives laid with tender care.
Howdy everybody, welcome to HT's EDC, coming at you this Thursday morning. Hope everybody is doing well. Got a cool one for you today. I don't know how many people will really care about this particular piece, but it is super important to me, and something that's on my heart, and I wanted to do. As you can see my little partner in crime back at the wood pile here. Miss Maddie, Abby's walking around over here. We got the whole gang out here. But anyway, see how easy I get off topic. I got a pocket knife that I want to show today that means just means the world to me, from one of the greatest men I ever knew. I ever had the pleasure to meet, and well, that was my grandfather. But we'll get into that in just a minute. So today we're going to call this video Tribute Thursday. So it's going to be a tribute to my grandfather, and I got a cool piece that was his to show you guys. So again, I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. I'm talking like I'm Barry White today, with this deep voice, this hoarse voice I got going on here. So we're still fighting a little head cold, but we're gonna push on through it. Anyway, let's get into our what you toting today, and we're gonna start it off with these two guys here: Holy Land Pocket Cross, Little Jesus. Both of them ride in my left pocket. And for my money, you should never leave home without one of these in your pocket. And if you or someone you know wants either one of these, get in contact with us, and get in contact with me, and we can get you fixed up. But anyway, Little Jesus, Holy Land Pocket Cross, that's in the left pocket. Always accompanying them now is the old Streamlight Micro Stream flashlight, and back pocket, Open Sea leather wallet, Hubei 2.0 model. And today for my tote, riding in a large maglock with, as you can see, excellent retention. We have none other than this guy right here. And this is the good old 532, Western 532 lockback. And as you can see, we have some beautiful rosewood on there. This was a 1987 one-shot antelope hunt prize. Somebody told me that this is held every year in Colorado. They have an antelope hunt or whatever, and somehow, some way, this was one of the gifts. And that might not have been in Colorado, is where Western's from. Somebody told me it might have been Wyoming. Don't quote me on where this hunt is, but it's an annual hunt. One of my viewers here, thank you to whoever it was. Hopefully you're watching this morning, and you can clear me up down the comments. But this is a hunt they have out there in one of the western states every year, and this was obviously an award for the winner, first place, second place. It was an award given at that hunt. But just taking that aside, just look at this beautiful rosewood. This is solid wood. Look how thick those covers are. Nice swell here. This feels absolutely wonderful in hand. Lock back. As you can see, HT has put a thumb disc on there so he can do this job right here. Open it one-handed And anyway, the Western 532 going in nicely in a large maglock. LegacyKnives.com. Brother Ed Costa. Hope you're having I know Ed's on a little vacation with the missus right now. Shout out to you, Ed. Y'all enjoy that time, brother. We're holding it down here for you. But anyway, that's what we're toting today. And what we're sipping this morning, switching it up a little bit. We got an old Barks Zero Sugar, because I gotta keep my lady lumps under control. Yeah, that's really working. But anyway, we got a Barks Zero Sugar root beer to wet the whistle this morning. Oh yeah. Cheers. Not too bad. Not as good as an IBC, but I can only have those IBCs ever so often. They're full of sugar. I treat myself to them, a 4-pack of those maybe every 2 or 3 weeks or something. But if I want to get my root beer fix on during the week, I slip over here to Barks. They do a pretty good job. It's not bad. Curbs the craving, if you know what I mean. And as I can see, we got a late start out here. I got half of my face here is in the sun. Well, that didn't help. I tried to scoot up a little bit, but I guess I'll look. It's just gonna be what it's gonna be. Can't fight the sunlight, but hopefully y'all can still see the knife and all good today. And want to give you the backstory for this. Little bit of a backstory for the knife I'm going to show. This was in my grandpa's pocket when he passed away. He lived to the ripe old age of 91 years old. And I know this is a prejudice statement, but or bias statement, I don't know. I'm going to be a little prejudiced in my thinking on this. But the greatest Christian man I ever met in my life was my grandfather. And I know that's a mouthful because I was raised in church, Sunday morning, Sunday night, sometimes on Wednesday, sometimes visitation, sometime on Tuesday, but every Sunday morning and Sunday night and a lot of Wednesdays. It wasn't an option growing up. You're going to church. That's just what we do. It's like brushing your teeth and putting on your underwear in the morning. You go into church on Sundays. So I say that to say this. I have been around a lot of great men of God through my years. A lot of them. And some that I know you're not supposed to put man on a pedestal, but sometimes we kind of do. That's just human nature, I think. But if ever a man lived, walked, talked the Christian life, in my eyes, from what I've seen through these peepers here, it was my granddad. Never heard the man ever say a curse word. Not that a lot of people don't cut. Not that is some ticket to it's part of the whole package. I never heard him use a foul word. I never seen my grandpa really get mad. I seen him get frustrated with my grandma, how old people will bicker and kind of argue back and forth. The whole thing. Wake up over there. He'd fall asleep in his chair over there, and I ain't sleep. I'm just resting my eyes. Y'all ever heard that one? Any of y'all heard that one? They'd fight back and forth. You done fell asleep over there. Won't you get up, go to bed? I ain't sleep. I'm resting my eyes. I'm just resting my eyes. So that is the closest to an argument or a fuss I've ever heard out of my grandfather. And you talk about falling asleep in the chair, and this is no lie. because when I was a little boy, they babysitted me. Early on, when I was a little fella, my mom and dad were still working, and I used to stay every day with my grandparents. So I'd spend the night a lot of times over there on the weekends. Loved my grandparents. This man would fall asleep every night, and this is every night I was there. He would fall asleep with a Bible in his lap. Again, does that... I'm just painting a picture. He would be in the Word, and he would fall asleep. He would finally, I guess sometime through the night, because I'd fall asleep over there, but if I'd wake up, whatever, I'd see Grandpa over there, and he's either still reading or he's resting his eyes with the Bible in his hand. And that was every night. So I respect him. I'm telling you, the man walked the walk. If there ever was a Christian, and a man that walked the Christian life, it was my grandfather. Good to people, just always in church every time the door was open, and just he walked it, he lived it, folks. And love my grandfather. Miss him dearly. Like to think he put a few things, some of his traits in me. Not near enough, but anyway, he was a good man, and I miss him dearly. But anyway, when he passed, this went to my dad, who is now passed, and hence came to me. So this is, from my grandfather to my dad, who is also passed, and now to me. And I've got it kind of pulled out. It'll push on down here in this slip, but it's a little hard to get out. And as you can see, the only thing that's really going wrong here, this is just a little cheapo depot nylon vinyl slip that this knife goes in, and it through the years it's starting to separate right there on the side. But it had this nice little matching sheath for it, and this is what he had in his pocket when he passed at 91 years of age. And working man, and just to go along with hard worker. You guys know that era of men back in the day, and my grandpa was a hard working man. And they actually found him when he passed. He was raking dead leaves out from under a fruit tree from he had orange trees in his yard. This is back in Florida, and they found him in the front yard with a rake in his hand. He's out there, and he'd passed in the yard working, pruning around them fruit trees, 91 years old. But anyway, when he did, this was in his pocket. And I've had it, my dad gave it to me, a few years before he passed, wanted me to, carry it on. I got a shotgun for my grandfather's, and I think I got a shotgun that was my daddy's, and I got this little pocket knife, and that's only kind of a few heirlooms, guy stuff that I have from my dad and my grandpa. Wish it was a lot more. But anyway, we'll get this thing open. I dug this thing out, and I done a little cleaning on it, little polishing. We earled it up, but honestly, it was not in bad shape. And check it out. It is a little three tool. I guess you call this a little multi-tool. Has a little pin blade, about a 2-inch pin blade on here, with a kind of elongated half moon nail nick. Coming around here, we have a fingernail file. Got the 2 grooves in there that you can take your nail over there and I guess kind of buff it at the end. And over here we got the actual file itself on this side. So you got the two little strands, and it's file too. I guess I don't know which one's the finishing. Maybe this is the finishing touch over here. You put your nail in there, and you really work on them over here on this side of the file. And the third thing is these little scissors. And I have no idea if you'll be able to see any of this, but if you can see there on that tang stamp, that says Verco, Japan. And on the blade, on this one, it says high CV stainless. So I looked this little knife up, and Verco is short for Vernon Company out of, oh Lord, I had the city, Iowa. It's a city in Iowa. This is a company that makes like service awards. And I'm pretty sure, my daddy told me the story that Grandpa got this knife. He used to work out on the dock in his late years. I was born in '74, and I know when my grandpa, he kind of semi-retired, and one of his last jobs, a trucking company hired my grandpa, and he did his own thing. He worked out in the yard fixing and repairing pallets. And this is like semi-retired. This is Grandpa just still wanting to do something and stay active. They put him on out there. He was the pallet man, and he fixed and repaired pallets for them where they didn't have, this was a time when they didn't just buy new. They would actually take the time and straighten out nails, pull out nails, put a new slat in. They didn't just throw away a pallet when it cracked or, the wood started wearing. They'd fix them. So another shout out to the 70s and 80s. Some of you might know what I'm talking about. Now, when one cracks or, they get old, they just chunk them out, firewood or something. But they had my grandpa, he used to repair pallets for them. And I'm pretty sure, I think he got this for like Employee of the Month or something, 1 month. This was a service award that I believe he got at Refrigerated Transport. I don't even know if that company's, I know they've changed names 100 times, but that's what it was called way back when. It was, Refrigerated Transport. They hauled, they were a trucking company that obviously hauled refrigerated contents. So, and anyway, he carried this little thing, and this was in his pocket, in this little slip, when we found him out there underneath that orange tree at 91 years old. And like I said, I took it out, and we've put some oil on it. We hit it with the, what is the cloth stuff now? Man, what is wrong with my memory this morning? You guys know what it is. It's in the little aluminum cans, the cotton stuff, polishing. Good Lord. I'm just not with it this morning. I'll think of it here in a minute. But we polished this up, and we've dropped some oil on it, and check this out. Not too bad. Snap. I'll probably better get this in. Everything still has a good snap on it. Look at that. That is pretty cool. But anyway, this is the Verco, and I don't know if there's a name to this knife. It just says Verco, and I looked it up. They came from Seki City, Japan. Verco, Japan, and this other blade here says high CV stainless. So high chrome vanadium stainless, I'm sure, on this little pen blade. But just wanted to do this tribute Thursday for my grandpa. We will put it right back in its little holder here, and this will go in my collection now that we've polished it up some and oiled it. Don't know how long it's been in there since I've done it. Shame on me, but maybe we'll take this out every 6 months and do the same thing, drop a little oil in it and touch it up if it needs to, shine it up. But anyway, definitely one I doubt many of you have seen before. If you have heard of this knife or seen something like that, drop it down in the comments. Verco knives, Verco Manufacturing out of Iowa. They made a lot of kitchen knives. You probably, if anybody's heard of that, you may have heard of their kitchen knives. They got a bunch of kitchen cutlery that came from Seki Japan and through this company. A lot of gift sets. I guess they gave, you know, a kitchen set, a kitchen knife block or whatever for service awards. But obviously they gave this little multi-tool, little gentleman's knife, if you will, out as they made those as well. And Grandpa got a hold of it, and he was rocking it that day under the old orange tree. So anyway, we're right at 20 minutes, and I need to get off here and save what little bit of voice I got left. Get a few more swigs of this Barks root beer and go take me some medicine. But anyway, we love you. Rest in peace, Granddad. I love you too. And thank y'all for watching. I hope y'all got a little something out of that. If not, I did. Made me feel good to do it. So we'll see you on the next one. God bless. I'm HT. For Abby, for Maddie, we're out.
Buck knives gleaming under that old porch light. He'll tell their stories deep into the night. Reviews and torture tests, it's a sight to see.